Hey everybody, this is Jo. I am back at Camp Allen where I have planted a all native Texas garden, and it is, as you can see, in a parking lot. And so this is really a test garden. It's sort of a demonstration garden to hopefully inspire some people to see something they like and try it in their own yards. But also it is a test garden to see what will grow in these kind of conditions. This is about an hour northwest of Houston, and it's hot. It's hot here, kids. It's in the shade here. It's about 6 o'clock in the evening, and finally it's getting some shade. And I have been out here. My husband weeded, and then the crew who works here weeded, and now I have weeded a third time. This is all in about 10 days. And so we're finally down to a pretty good garden, weed-free-ish garden. And so I'm gonna walk you around and I'll show you what we've got in here. So we've got, this is a salvia farinacea, that's mealy blue sage. So everything in this garden is a native Texas plant. This is salvia coccinea, and it is a red variety. And I had one milkweed that lived through the summer, and I will add more in the fall. And then there's no tag with this. I need to get some new tags. I think this is Mexican mint marigold, but I'm not sure. But I think that's what that is. And then this red salvia has self-sown all over the place. So we've lost one or two here and there, but we have actually had them come back and see themselves. Here's a Zexmenia. Now I just added this today, but we had one at the other end I added, and no deer have eaten it, and it has been happy, so I went ahead and got two more. This is blue mist flower. It is not blooming. I think it gets eaten by the deer too often, and so it doesn't really get a chance. You can see, like, I didn't cut that, the deer did that. So I'm not seeing any flowers on that. And then this is a coreopsis, which again I have not seen flowers on because I know the deer, you can see here's deer damage. So we've not seen any yellow flowers, but maybe we can get some this fall or next spring if the deer will leave it alone. This just popped up. That is indeed a native salvia. It's very pretty, but it spreads by runners and it's very invasive. I left it, but I took out probably half of it from this bed today. I don't remember the name of it, but I will find it for you. It's a pretty neat plant, but I would put it in a pot. But I have never seen it in the trade, so I don't know where you would necessarily get one. So we had all of this empty space. This was all full of firewheel. We have one mostly dead over here, and one that's, you know, sort of okay over here. But it is, I really thought that would last all summer, and it didn't. So now I'm trying something new. I put two Turks caps in here, and they will get really big. They will get 4x4, 3x4, something like that. And I put in two more Texas lantana, which are the orange variety, and they'll get big right in here. And then I had planted Gora in here, and it got engulfed by this pretty little salvia. But I found it down here, and so I've sort of pushed this back so that we can get, hopefully this fall, maybe that will start to go, and then I'll pull more and more of this out. And then a lot of these things, again, are not their full size because I planted them in the spring in 4-inch pots. So this is a Texas rock rose that was like 4 leaves when I planted it. And so it will get 10 times that big before it's finished. The same here. This is the blooming Texas lantana, the orange. And this was a 4-inch pot in the spring. And you can see it got this big, and the same thing here, but it will get huge. I bought a big one just because I needed some satisfaction. And then this beautiful thing right here, this is a Mexican bush sage. It bloomed beautifully in the spring, and it is now getting ready to bloom again in the fall. And it is a really great, been a great plant in here, very showy. I've got some new milkweed. It was for sale and they were so beautiful. And then right before I planted this one, it kind of went all wilty. I don't know what happened there, but I put 3 in and I really should have bought 5. So I will buy 2 more. I thought this was the same color as the one I already had and I would put them together, but it is not. This is the only thing, this is like a little dwarf variety. This just got mixed in with my seeds. This is not actually native. That's like a nativar. And then this just showed up. And I bet you that that is a native Texas star hibiscus. That's what that looks like to me. But I did not plant that there. I wonder if a seed wrote in on one of the plants I bought in the spring. And then this is Mexican flame vine, which is really fantastic. Look at that. There's sort of a spent, almost spent bloom that's really red, but when they're fresh, they're bright orange with a yellowish orange middle. Beautiful. And the vine seems very happy in here. So here's the new lantana. And then this is one of the things that's been just fantastic all summer, is the Mexican hat. And I've some of this in my yard that I'm loving so much. Mine has less yellow. And I just bought some seeds and planted them that were all yellow, and I put them in, sprinkled them in here. And then this is another Texas rock rose, but I'm noticing, I wonder if that's deer damage as well, because I did not clip that. So, we're living and learning about what will take deer pressure here. Here's another one. So these will both be about 4 feet by 4 feet, maybe a little smaller. And I've got 2 here, so this should be a big pink clump. And then this is Copper Canyon daisy here, and it is a fall bloomer. And so it will be a really great yellow showpiece when you drive up into the parking lot. And then this is a flame acanthus. I have a couple of them. This little one, it kind of got planted by somebody else in the wrong spot, somebody else being my husband. And I'm leaving it, but it will get huge. It will get, I don't know, 4 by 5, 5 by 5. So I'm leaving this space empty to let it fill in, even though it looks pretty bare. And then this is Mexican oregano, and look how neat that plant is. It smells really cool, purple flowers, and once you get it started, it will really, the flowers are kind of floppy, but once you get it started, it'll really bloom for you, and it's a really sweet plant, so I recommend that. And then I've got another Zexmenia here that we were trying to see if the deer would leave it alone, and they have so far. And then this massive thing is an aquatic milkweed that I planted from seed. I grew it in the yard at the house and planted it here this spring, and it's already got big seed pods. You see that seed pod with the seeds is popped open? I'll collect those in a little while. And then I've got another 2 flame acanthus back in here, and they will fill those spaces in really well. So all in all, I'm really pleased with it. It took a lot of weeding because, you know, when you're at your own house, you mess with your garden every day. But here, I'm 50 miles away, and we have had quite the summer at our house, and I haven't been able to get here. So I'm pretty pleased with it. And it's been interesting to see what has survived and what has not. Well, you guys, thanks for taking a look and coming on this little native Texas plant journey here at Camp Allen in the piney woods of Texas. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.